We good. We should be
Okay, okay,
live.
gotcha,
We
gotcha,
should be live right now, actually.
gotcha, gotcha,
Um,
gotcha, gotcha.
Let me see. How do okay. All right, family. We should be live, right? Okay, yeah, there we go. We good. Yeah, we should be
Okay, okay,
live.
gotcha,
We
gotcha.
should be live right now. Actually, let me press mute on this. All right, where am I? All right,
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
just
have.
got the alert. Yeah.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. Peace, family, peace. I told y'all yesterday. I said I'm coming with this cryptocurrency information today. So here I am. We back at it. Oh, let me start out right away. Yo, family, I'm tight right now. I'm tight. I told you, yes, I'm tight right now. This crypto market is booming. And I have not like I in my mind, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna wait till after the workshop to, when I got everything together to invest. But shit, I'm missing out right now. So I'm like, damn, man. I'm like, yo, shit is taking off right now. Like, it's crazy, man. So we're gonna have a good financial talk tonight. Um, not none too long, but a good conversation. I'm with my brother, the crypto hustler, Chicago. Say, tell the people your name again, my brother.
Chicago crypto block bully or the Bitcoin block bully, Chicago crypto hustler. I got a couple of different
Yeah,
monikers,
you got a
but
different. Yo, man. You know what? Before we start, let me show this because I was on your Instagram. This is funny, but it's true at the same time. This is fun. Oh, before we start, family, let me give a shout out to some ads. Shout out to Mike L in the building. I'm wearing his crown. Shout out to that brother doing what he do. Let the family fill in the chat. It's gonna be a good financial talk, man. This is stuff that we don't get in our community. Things that we get drama, we get love and hip hop and shit. We get reality shows. The politicians they bring the entertainers on stage, so we think the entertainers is God. So anything we want, we can look to the entertainers to lead us like they Jesus and shit. But I'm gonna tell you, man, they not a lot of them are bought and sold, and they're not gonna put you up on game. So you got to go to a lot of these grassroots programs and podcasts and stuff, to put you up on game. But shout out to Nori. That's one podcast I watch Drink Chaps all the time. Shout out to my brother Nori. Let me share this real quick for y'all. Tell you about some good businesses out there that y'all could support. My brother Riverside Tai Chi got the joint balance formula. He also has the glucose support formula. So if you need help with any of that, make sure you go to his website. My brother King Simon was on the program yesterday. He got the Numerology for Mental Stability book. He also does consultations over the phone if you need help with numerology. And you heard him; he gave me a reading live yesterday on the program, telling me about going into the next year and what I need to do. And as far as my nerves, like yo, the dude is deep. He gave my girl help. You know what I'm saying? Like the dude is thorough with his shit. You know what I'm saying? Pardon the language, but he's thorough. Magic money, of course, if you need assistance in understanding what money is all about, the energy of money, the energy of currency, and you're interested in some ancient techniques to acquire it, um, get this book. Go to Cash App, $ Black Magic 363. The fee is $10. Make sure you leave your email. And as I told the people from now on, you heard it here first. Money means my own natural energy yield. So, when we think of money, we've been told money is the root of all evil for so long. But from now on, when you think of money, think of my own natural energy yield. And if you think of it like that, we all rich. Don't ever, ever, ever say you broke or you ain't got. Even if you don't got, you just can't see it physically with your eyes, but you got it because your energy yield is infinite. I ain't gonna preach too long on that. That's for the Billy Carson workshop. Well, that metaphysical talk. Shout out to Copper Child Mike L. Got the crowns on deck. If you're interested in the crowns, you like the crown I'm wearing, hit that brother up. Information on the screen. And of course, like I said earlier, me and the brother Billy Carson got the remote viewing workshop coming December 5th. That's going to be off the hook, family. If you want to learn about how to use your non-local consciousness to the best of your ability, because you are not confined to your body, and the fact that you are not makes you way more powerful than you ever imagine. So for the metaphysical family, the spiritual family, that's something you don't want to miss out on. With that being said, back to our program. My brother, the Bitcoin bully. You still there, my brother?
Yes, sir. I'm still here. How you doing, my brother?
All right, I'm doing great, man. Good to have you back on here. Like
Thanks
I
for
said,
having me. Thanks for having me.
like I said, I want to share something on your Instagram real quick that was funny, but I got it. It's funny but true, and I got to share a couple of things. It's funny. Okay, so okay, here we go. Bear with me, family, because you gotta see this. Where's the Oh, there you go.
Do I need to stop sharing or anything?
No, I'm gonna stop it for you, and then it'll come up.
Okay.
Give me a second. Let me share computer sound. Yeah, this is that financial talk, family. All right, check this out. This is funny, but it's true and 100% accurate. This is Dan Pena. Dan Pena is a cold-blooded creature. He's funny as hell. But if you want some financial advice, economic advice, he give out some games sometimes. So check this out. He cold-blooded though. Oh, shit.
What are you going to tell your kids and your grandkids 25 years from now when they say, gee, daddy, gee, grandpa, what were you doing other than having your thumb up your big fucking ass during the greatest transformation of wealth in the history of the world? What were you fucking doing? Fuck all, nothing. That's what most of you will tell them, your grandchildren and your children. It's never going to be any better than this, kids. This is as I said on YouTube, the eye of the perfect motherfucking storm. This is it. I never thought I'd live to see it again. This is going to make the 80s look like a nursery rhyme, which I praise Allah, praise Buddha, praise God. I participated in slashing and raping everybody in the 80s, legally. This is going to make that look like a fucking nursery rhyme. And what are you going to tell your kids? Oh, I had a... Now, what are you going to tell your...
All right, so your
grandkids 25 years from now when they say, gee, daddy, gee, grandpa, what were you doing?
All right. Yo, crypto, man. That dude is hilarious, man. That dude is hilarious, man. Oh,
hey,
man.
It's facts in his humor though. You know what I mean?
It's facts in the humor. And it's true. I mean, we're witnessing one of the greatest wealth transfers happening that I've seen in my lifetime. I'm seeing like the whole economy. It's a whole new economy that's emerging from the economy that's been around for 30-some years I've been alive. And my people's asleep. And I'm trying to wake up, and I'm catching some of it, but I'm missing some of it. So I'm like, damn, let me hurry up and do this with crypto. But in the meantime, XRP booming, Bitcoin booming. Let me share one more thing, and then my brother's gonna go off. Let me share one more thing with y'all, and then my brother's gonna go off. But I gotta show y'all this to let y'all know, like this shit is real, family. I just shared the link. I'm about to share the link again. The brother's having an amazing workshop dealing with cryptocurrency. Let me share this real quick, and then we're gonna get started. My brother gonna start dropping his jewelry. Yeah, so I was on Red Pill Instagram, man, and shit booming. Bitcoin booming, Ethereum booming, XRP booming, Litecoin booming. Stellar, I don't even know what the last one is. A Bitcoin to let me know about Stellar, Loom, or something booming.
Stellar Lumen.
Plus 65.84%. That's a hell of a number. XRP, we talked about XRP last show that I want my brother to provide some clarity on. If you would have invested in XRP the last show to this show, oh my God, you would have came up. That's why I'm mad, because I missed out on it. I'm not getting that, y'all. I'm mad that I missed out on it, but it's okay. I ain't miss out on nothing. Everything in is right timing. So I'm just appreciative. I had to share that with you. I'm appreciative that the brother's here. But with that being said, my brother, you've seen what I shared on your Instagram, Dan Pena. Also, what King Simon, Dan Pena. He's a billionaire. Dan Pena is a multi-billionaire, one of the richest people in the world. Yeah, cold-blooded dude, a Mexican dude. The crypto market is booming. What's going on right now? Fill us in on exactly what's happening in the market right now. Bitcoin bully.
All right. Basically what you're seeing happen right now, ever since the floodgates have been open and you know, individual entities such as Square, PayPal, certain venture capitalists and hedge fund managers have come out and made it public that they are now investing in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. You now see individuals with what they're calling is a flight to sovereignty, to whereas they are leaving the old fiat system for the new digital currency system. And one thing that I want individuals to understand when they look at these different cryptocurrencies, don't think of everything as a currency, as quote unquote money. You have assets here, different assets that serve different functions. So what you're seeing happen right now with the devaluation of the dollar and the crashing, even though markets are going up, one thing that individuals really, really, really have to realize is that those markets are pitted against the US dollar. So as much as they're rising, that's how much the dollar is also losing value. So as much as you can praise and be happy on one end, it's almost like a gift and a curse. You know what I mean? Because as the stocks rise, as the markets as a total rise, so does the cost of living. And that's one thing that I don't think individuals really take into account. Moving into 2021, I've shared a couple of times where U.S. Congress has stated that they're going to be switching over to a digital dollar. They actually, and it got shot down, but when they first were coming out with the stimulus checks, they tried to push for the stimulus checks to be given out through digital dollars and for every American to have to download a digital wallet. Now, in my opinion, I think that it was a push too fast, too much of a shock on the mind of the people to just stop right here on paper and then switch completely over to digital. So I think it's something that they had to ease in with not only COVID and the state and age of contactless payment systems, but also with the currency wars that are going on around the world. When you really pay attention to world politics, there are a number of different countries, leading countries, that basically have had it, up to here with the U.S. and what the U.S. has to offer as far as negotiating in business. So what they're doing now is trying to find ways, with the U.S. dollar being that reserve currency around the world. What you're seeing them do now is try to find ways to utilize digital assets or digital currencies and circumvent the U.S. grip that they have on goods and services, right? So if we look at a country like Iran, right? We all know that Iran has been at odds with the U.S. So what they did was created a gold-backed cryptocurrency to circumvent those sanctions that the U.S. had placed on them. And what I mean by sanctions is that when, let's just say you're playing a game and you foul too many times and you get put out on the side, you can't play ball no more, right? So within this corporate game that they're playing, when you create or break whatever infraction you may do, they make you sit out and be like, well, y'all can't trade with him, put him on the back burner. So what Iran did was created their own gold-backed cryptocurrency in order to operate with those that will choose to operate with them, right? Now, this is the thing. When you're dealing with these new digital assets, it's up to the individuals to then give it that value and say, yes, I choose to demonstrate with your medium of exchange. Now, anybody can create a cryptocurrency. And this is one thing that I want individuals to know, because there's a lot of crypto out there being created that, has a shiny face, looks good, sounds good, but it's not worth anything. So what you really want to look for are those that have some type of backing. As we can see, Iran backed their cryptocurrency by gold, right? If we look at Venezuela, who has also been at odds with the US, they recently came out with their own cryptocurrency called the petro, if I'm not mistaken, which is a currency that is backed by their oil reserves and a number of other, um, a number. Hold on. I apologize for that phone going off in the background, but they basically are backing it by the country's natural resources, right? So let me see if we get a little background here. And the reason that some of these countries are doing this, you got to understand that their paper value, their paper dollars, right? The way that they transact and their medium of exchange. When you go to the store and 1 minute a loaf of bread is, we'll say, $3. You come back tomorrow, that loaf of bread is $10. Next day, it may be $5. When you got money that fluctuates like that, it is very hard to measure one's wealth or to keep wealth. You know what I mean? If that is your only medium of exchange, because now you're at the whim of whatever games and politics that they want to play with that currency. And it says Venezuela says this currency is backed by an area that holds 5 billion barrels of oil. The area is in an isolated region with few residents and little oil infrastructure. So, and just real quick, I just want to just zero in on a couple of things that are going on around the world that individuals may not be familiar with, and that's the petro currency. And this is President Maduro. And you can do your background on it. Their paper currency is no more. It's done with. It's out there, but it's non-usable. Nobody will accept it. And individuals don't think that that can happen here at home. And I'm not saying that it ever is, it ever will, but what I am saying is that I am seeing these other people run away from the dollar. People that are way more well off than me and you, Brother Rich, that have hundreds and thousands, maybe hundreds of millions of quote unquote dollars, but it's not in dollars. And that's the game that we got to understand, that these individuals that have certain net worths do not hold it all in cash reserves. That is a way for you to quickly, well, maybe not quickly, but at a rapid, you could say quickly the way it is now, lose wealth. And I mean, let me slow down there though. I can keep going, Brother Rich. I can keep going.
Nah, I hear you, brother. I know you're excited about this. You do this all day, every day. I'm watching you on your Instagram, my brother, and it's appreciated. The thing that that I keep in mind, and the thing that I even realize about myself is that I never been big into any type of investing. I was taught to save money when I was young.
Mm-hmm.
So, I didn't understand about Forex and all that till I got into my late 20s or whatever. And I did light investing, stock, stuff like that, but I was always too scared to go heavy into investing. So I just feel as though, for people that are barely investing in stocks, and I'm talking about my community, my culture, cryptocurrency is even more scarier for them. So, that's why I'm glad to be a part of a workshop with you, brother, because you need to help us understand this plain as day, like we understand sports and shit. I need to understand these charts like I understand the scoreboard on a basketball game or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But what I want to know is right now is it's booming right now. What if everybody watching this channel take your workshop and invest in it? Is it going to drop soon? Because doesn't it usually boom around this time, December? It did this before, and then probably about March, the shit just go right back down.
Just speaking on 2017,
yeah.
What you see is it doesn't always do the exact same cycle year in and year out. What you want to be careful of are those pullbacks. But this is one thing that I'm gonna teach in the workshop, Brother Rich, that pullbacks aren't to be scared of, that you're actually supposed to utilize them and take advantage of them.
Excellent.
You know what I mean? When those pullbacks come, remember, you're buying assets here. You're buying assets. So you don't have quote unquote money in your account. So when you see the value of that drop, always remember, I'm still holding on to the same asset right here, man. Ain't nothing really changes the value of a drop. So you're supposed to just take advantage of that. You know what I mean? For individuals that get in, that especially come through the workshop, I'm going to show individuals how you can actually stabilize your money in the cryptocurrency world. meaning that a drop in price is going to have little to no effect on you whatsoever. You know what I mean? That's one of the things that I'm gonna show, because a lot of people that do come to cryptocurrency from the outside, and especially listening to other individuals outside of myself, the first thing the average person is going to tell you to buy Bitcoin or buy Ethereum or buy Litecoin or buy one of these other big name coins, Ripple, you know what I mean? Not actually telling the individual there's a such thing as price fluctuation, that things don't only go up, which is one of the reasons that I voiced my opinion that I had at the time on Ripple specifically, right? You know, I had a lot of individuals coming out asking, you know, just saying, man, is this the one, this the one? And the one thing that I don't do is I don't get married to any of these cryptocurrencies.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You use them for what they're good for. For some, you know, quick, short, quick, long, get in and out, take the profit. Now, what I will say this, though I'm not married to any cryptocurrency, I'm not blind either. You know what I mean? I do see the majority of Bitcoin being grabbed up. And this is the thing, we got to understand that this is technology, Brother Rich. This is technology. This does something right here, meaning you can program on it, with it. You know what I mean? A majority of these blockchains have programmable blockchain, meaning that these are like the new supercomputers, if you want to call them that, or super software computer, however you want to juggle it. You know what I mean? It's a lot more at your fingertips going on here than just, hey, this is something neat that we can buy and sell and then knock it off right back for Federal Reserve notes. If these are going to be some of the future apparatuses that take care of certain financial situations, being at the forefront of that, in my opinion, should be one of the most important things that individuals are doing in 2020, going into 2021. I mean, we can look and try to hold on to the old way of doing things, the old system, right? And try to latch on and jump on the bandwagon of something that's been running 50, 100, 200 years, depending on how far back you want to go with stocks and bonds. Or you can get on something that hasn't even broke soil yet. If you want to look at it, still an infant. You know what I mean? Look at individuals that are in cryptocurrency versus those that aren't. You probably only got about 1% of the whole world in cryptocurrency. So looking at those low numbers and then having an understanding of the place. In fact, that's one of the biggest things that I try to tell people is comprehension over compensation, because everyone wants to come over here and just make the money. And the thing about it is, if you don't know what you're doing, 9 times out of 10, you're going to lose the money. Even with prices shooting up sporadically like they are right now, Brother Rich, one thing we're going to go over in the workshop is I'm going to show individuals how to correctly transfer funds from one wallet to another, right? Different cryptocurrencies, because the transfer function is not the same for all cryptocurrencies.
Okay.
You may have an address and a memo, right? An address and a tag. And if you don't add that memo or that tag and then you send it, right? You just burnt your money, meaning there is no refund, there is no get back, there is no nothing. You just burnt your money, right? So understanding which cryptocurrency specifically, right, have those added functions when transferring and receiving can save you a world full of hurt in the future, and the feeling of I got scammed or I knew I shouldn't have got into this. Because that's the biggest thing that I want our people to do, is just shake off that fear of something new. I mean, come on, man. We talk big money shit all the time, but we fail to really understand what money is and what money is not. And that's what I think I'm gonna bring to the workshop, is I'm gonna break that spell, right? Knock that fairy dust about the eyes of our people, and that emotional attachment that we have to the Benjamin, the money phone, and you know, it's when you really comprehend what it is, even though you utilize it, you may have a disdain for it because your comprehension level is something.
Let me share this link. Let me share this link real quick, family. I just shared the workshop he's talking about is going down December 19th, and it's dealing with how to, you know, profit from cryptocurrency during the pandemic and after the pandemic. Everybody doesn't have to be in a pandemic. Things don't have to be bad for everybody out there, like the media is making it out to seem. You know, we have to just dig a little deeper than the mainstream media. It's if they told lies before, their lies is on is amplified now. You know what I'm saying? Their lies is exaggerated right now. So I shared the link. What I want to ask you next, my brother, is it's a little scary sometimes. Another thing that's a little scary is when I start seeing the crypto markets booming and things shooting and skyrocketing, all of a sudden Coinbase crashed. All of a sudden Robinhood crashed. All of a sudden this one crashed. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Yo, what? So hold up. So I'm investing this money and the shit is just crashing. Yo, that right there turn people off. So you got to be able to give us some game on how to go work our way around that crypto.
Definitely, definitely. When you specifically when we think about or talk about the two platforms that you're speaking on, right?
Yeah.
Robinhood. Let me get it pulled up real quick. The Robinhood review. These platforms are centralized platforms, right? Meaning that number one, they're holding custody. Well, one holds custody of your cryptocurrency. The other one, in all actuality, doesn't even allow you access to cryptocurrency. What you're really trading in a sense are just contracts. So on Robinhood, you don't own any cryptocurrency when you buy it on Robinhood first and foremost, right?
Say that
You
again.
will never.
You break it up. Say what you just said.
Okay, I was saying that you do not own any cryptocurrency when you're on Robinhood. These cryptocurrencies that are on here, let me see. Where stocks, let's look at Bitcoin. These are just like contracts. So what you're able to do is you're able to profit or lose off the monetary value of these different cryptocurrencies, my friend. But you will never, well, let me not say never, because things could change in the future. But as of right now, you can't transact and take these off of here. Remember, the biggest thing about cryptocurrency is that you own custody of your coin, not somebody else. So when you look at Robinhood and Coinbase, and this, I'm gonna tell you something. I've been saying this about Coinbase since 2017, not to use it. Or if you are going to use it very limited to the fact where all you're doing is purchasing. And then as soon as you purchase, you withdraw it from Coinbase and put it on your own personal wallet that you yourself hold the private key to. And a lot of people are, not familiar with public key, private key, something we're going to be teaching in the workshop. The difference. And what could happen if you lose one or the other, which one is no big deal, but the other one is detrimental.
You said we're going to be learning the difference between public key and private key. You said that's what you said?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay,
or public address, private key.
Okay.
So you're definitely going to learn the difference. And then you're going to learn the difference between the private key and the master seed. Because there's a lot of people that think that those two are the same. One is one and one is the other, but it's not. It's not 100%. Not 100% true. I'm going to be showing individuals how they can take custody of their own assets and understand when these pullbacks happen, right? In fact, because we're talking about pullbacks and people being scared of possibly losing money, I think one of the things that we're really, really, really going to focus on, Brother Rich, for the most part, after we get through, how to obtain, how to hold, how to secure, how to transact, is these charts more so. Because I think this is more of what individuals are interested in, is how to read the money or how to read the movement of the money, right? The rhythm of the money.
Right.
That's what I think people is really, really, really interested in, because this is how the money is made. Now, we have to understand that there's a difference between traders and investors, right? For the most part, investors are not too worried about pullbacks because they're investing long term. So they're looking at the next 5, 10, 20, maybe 30, 40, 50 years right ahead. In actuality, some of them plan for 50 to 100 years. But when you're looking at it like that, you're looking at a macro instead of a micro. So the little tiny pullbacks, right? Let me show this on Bitcoin real quick, because a lot of people like to talk about the crash of 2020, which I want to pinpoint one more time. This is that crash that everyone talks about. This one little. Let me get rid of that over there. There we go. So this little thing right here, right? You got this whole movement right here, and then you got this one little area right here, which right now we're breaking that. So now that you're able to look at the whole move in its totality, you see that crash, what people call, was just a simple pullback that quickly recovered, broke back down on another pullback, didn't make a lower low, which is terminology that they'll learn higher low, lower low, and whatnot during the. And then we continue to rally. Now, the most interesting thing about Bitcoin right now, and this is one thing that individuals have to take note of, and something that allowed me to enter an XRP position and gain profit off it versus having to sit in it over the last couple of years and constantly lose funds. I was able to enter a position and come dead in the door off a profit and not have to go through the last couple of years of losses and now waiting to break even, right? Because if you bought over the last 3 years just continuously, the only people that are in profit with XRP right now, Brother Rich, are the people that bought mainly way before 2017 or in 2020. If you bought in 2018, 2019, really 2017 too, you're not in profit off Ripple. Only the people that bought it in the last couple of months. So when we see these shoots and these prices, and we think that, oh, everyone's making the money right now, that's not so. That's not so. You got people that are just trying to break even right now, especially with the XRP. So what you see is when you get away from all the wicks, which are just attempts from either side, this is the highest price Bitcoin has ever been as far as a monthly open and almost close, because we only got a couple more days before we close. This is the highest month Bitcoin has ever been. So people talk about the $20,000 high Bitcoin, but it touched 20,000. It didn't open or close above that. And these terminology that I'm using, open and close, what does it mean? You're going to learn that in the workshop way more in depth than I'm going to be able to go through right now. Just know that it is significant when you're making your choices of possibly entering, possibly already holding an entry that you had prior to, or exiting a position. It's all based off what you see on these charts. Anything other than this, Brother Rich, is gambling. I like put my life on that. If you're not able to read any of this right here, and you talk about you're investing, and then you're like advising other people to invest behind you, family, y'all dealing with people that invest but do not know candlestick structure, do not know price movement, don't know oscillators, any type of moving average, convergence, divergence, any of that type of lingo. You're just gambling with them and they're gambling with you. Just my opinion, though. Let me put that out there. Also, let me put this out there as a disclaimer, Brother Rich. I'm not a financial advisor in any way, shape, or form. I'm not a tax advisor in any way, shape, or form. So please don't ask any type of tax questions because I will not answer them. I'm just a guy who sat in front of a computer and learned the fundamentals of cryptocurrency, then opened the doors for me to learn the fundamentals of traditional finance. And where we're at now, where I'm teaching not only the family, but I've taught people all over the world the ins and outs of cryptocurrency, blockchain, and just simple economics and finance. You know what I mean? But the workshop, man, I definitely got something for the people. We can get rid of all that the myth. You know what I mean? Like you said, just get rid of that emotional attachment to this thing. And the biggest thing I want people to understand is that this is for the long term. This ain't well, it is what it is for different folks. I'm not gonna say what it is or what it ain't, man. You can make money now and then get out, oh, that was cool, that was fine and dandy. Or you can get ahead and try to get on top of this thing before it does become the norm. Because by the time it becomes the norm, those that did get in when it wasn't the norm, those are gonna be the ones that are kicking their feet up, watching everybody else scramble and try to, get back to it, man. But
what do you think about
I don't know.
when Bitcoin starts booming? I start to see all the articles. I see some of you post articles about the financial, some of these financial analysts and crypto analysts, and they're saying Bitcoin is going to hit 100K, 200K. Like, do you think it'll really get to that point? Like, some people look at it's at 19, I think 19. Well, go back to that. Go back to that thing. Where's it at right now exactly? Let's look at it live right now. Where exactly is Bitcoin at right now?
Touching that $19,000 area.
All right. So, do you really think Bitcoin is going to hit 100K, or is that just, people talking shit whenever something got momentum, they just overanalyzing?
No, mathematically it can do that. Mathematically, I mean, of course, people can voice their opinion, yada yada yada, but mathematically doing the numbers, right? Always remember, Brother Rich, there's only 21 million. And then it's not even that many because we got to look at the wallets that have been lost. Bitcoin has been burnt, sent to wrong addresses. Let's just say on average, right? there's only, we'll just shave off 1 million. It's 20 million Bitcoin to go around, right? It's how many people in the world for this 21 million to go around? With only 1% of the world in it right now, and it at $20,000. What do you think when 3% of the world comes in, brother? 5%.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's only 1%. So when we look at those astronomical levels, and then another thing that the people have to realize, when you're talking about 300K, $1 million Bitcoin, do not think for a second that that 300K or that $1 million is the same 300K or the same $1 million we're talking about today. Let's just say it takes 10 years for Bitcoin to become $1 million coin. Those million, because remember, when we talk about these numbers, brother Rich, this is the one thing we really got to understand. Million, billion, 100,000, that's just a unit of account for the dollar. That just means this many pieces of paper is what any item is worth, not the value. You understand what I mean, brother Rich?
Right.
So when you're saying something's worth $1 million, all you're saying is that it's worth 1 million Federal Reserve notes. You're not saying what the buying power of those 1 million Federal Reserve notes are, though. You sort of get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when we even talk about 300K, $1 million Bitcoin, the thing I think about, well, what is the value of the dollar going to be when Bitcoin is? Is $1 million going to be more like 1,000 then? You know what I mean? I kind of flip it and think of it a lot different than other individuals. But it reaches 300K and $1 million. Just me personally, in my mind, I have no doubt. And that's just me, you know? I have no doubt.
Right.
I have no doubt. And that's why, and I got to say this too, brother Rich, before we go on. And I shared this on the last one. And I'll share it again. If we look at Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, right? Them and I think PayPal. Okay, so when Bitcoin's created, it's mined, right? Whole bunch of computational power. They're doing solving algorithms or whatnot, and they're mining the Bitcoin. So when they do that, there is a certain amount that is created every time a block is created, right? What has been going on over the last couple of weeks, if I can find the correct story, is that this trust, and I think PayPal has been buying more Bitcoin than there is being created.
Damn.
I'm gonna say that again. These two entities, and I think they said they spent somewhere around maybe, what was it, 2.3 billion? I think it's on my page somewhere, but they spent somewhere around maybe $2.3 billion. And now, once again, they're buying more Bitcoin than is being created. So when I see things like, and we're talking about 50 million, 500 million, $700 million being bought on this one asset, not on the whole market, not on Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, just on Bitcoin. Just on Bitcoin. When you see somebody buy $500+ million of just one asset, it makes you think, like, shit, well, let me get some of this, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even if it's a sliver of it, $100, $1,000, at least let me get a little bit of this just to see what may or may not happen. Now, a lot of people talk about, well, I don't want to break the bank. What if? One rule for the thumb of investing is you don't spend what you can't lose. And I really want to stress that. That's one reason why I think I'm going to introduce certain strategies I have for vices to investment, where you're able to take certain habits and turn them into investments during the workshop. Whether you a smoker, a drinker, eat unhealthy, we're going to turn that little untapped money source into assets.
Oh,
You know, so you don't have to break the bank to invest or worry about what's happening with it. If you a smoker and you take that 3-5 money and put it in crypto, you're gonna blow it in the air anyway. So who cares if it goes down? Am I right?
facts. That's a good way to put it for those who are scared and worrying about, losing money. That's a great way to put it, my brother. Let me share that. This is gonna be amazing. I personally, I can't wait. I'm gonna be there, not just as an organizer, but as a student learning. So I just shared the workshop link once again, family. It's going down to 7/19. The Bitcoin Bully will be in the building. The workshop is going to be over 4 hours long. It's going to bring your pen, your pad. It's going to be off the hook, family. A lot of people ask me, you will have lifetime access to it. So even if you purchase the workshop and you can't make it that day, Everybody will get the workshop sent to them after the event it goes off live. So you will have the workshop forever. So you can share it with your family, your friends, keep it 10 years from now, pull it up again, keep using it, do what you got to do with it, family. What I want to ask you now, my brother, and shout out to everybody in the chat room. Very smart chat, very educated chat. A lot of y'all know about this crypto world. So yeah, I just put the link. Aesthetic Horton. I just put the. Did I put it? I thought I put it. Let me put it again. Yeah, I just put it. It's there. Yeah, shout out to everybody in the chat who's just talking that crypto talk. I definitely appreciate having such a high quality chat room. Sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes I get trolls in here depending on what I talk about. But listen, why is Bitcoin the most popular cryptocurrency out of all the crypto? And it seems that have been that way for years. Like, why is Bitcoin the top dog, and why it seems to be staying the top dog in the crypto market?
Basically first in line, first in time. It was the first of its kind. So when you look at it being the first, individuals tend to look at everything else as a copycat. So wouldn't you want to, you know what I'm saying, Brother Rich, if you look at it in that aspect, wouldn't you want to have the first versus something that came behind? Wouldn't you want to have the original?
Right.
That's now, to get more in depth though, every currency has its own function. And I think I spoke about it on the last one, right? Where even those that did come behind Bitcoin, they serve a different function in Bitcoin. Bitcoin, I think, for a lot of individuals, especially the fund managers, to them, with the amount of backing the network has, the amount of tests that have been placed upon it, the amount of research that's been done on it, I think they just feel safer with going with the original, granddad of everything. But don't think that they're not getting exposure to the rest of them, Brother Rich. One thing we got to understand about Bitcoin that the rest of them don't really follow is that Bitcoin does have a max supply. Some of these other ones don't, right? Meaning that they can be printed, quote unquote, or created just like the Federal Reserve note. Which, when you don't want to look at them as Federal Reserve notes, but when you look at limited supply and the fact that they can create more, you know what I mean? And that's not the biggest thing. That is an aspect though. It is the network as far as the technology behind it, the original blockchain. It's never been cracked. It's never been hacked. That's another thing I'm gonna really, really teach people in the workshop, Brother Rich. What a hack is, and because a lot of time when you see this word hack, people breaking into things and they're stealing things, and a lot of times, especially in this decentralized finance space, a hack is nothing more than an individual playing a very clever move, legal, that was able to find a back door, so to say, in a contract and quote unquote exploit it. But it's not what people think though. You know what I mean? Like, oh, they hacked, got all this information from people and went in and stuff. It's not that, man. So there's a lot of myths I'm gonna knock off during this workshop, Brother Rich. There's a lot of myths out there that people run with. So I'm gonna knock a lot of that off during this work. You got another question, bro, before I continue on?
No,
Anything else you may want?
Go ahead. I'll let you continue. Go ahead. Then I'll come in.
Right. Okay. So now you do have what are known as Bitcoin maximalists, right? And those are the individuals that tell you Bitcoin or nothing. Don't touch anything else. Everything else is a shit coin, right? But then you see these other coins, right, doing 300 and 400, 500%, 600%. Wow, even though Bitcoin moves, it doesn't do the type of percentage gains that other assets do, right? So even when we look at Ripple, and yeah, that's beautiful right there. So that's a monthly candlestick on Ripple, just 1 month. A lot of volume coming in.
Yeah, look at that.
Break it down to a weekly. That's 2 different weeks. Break it down to a daily. You see where you had that consolidation at?
What's that? What that mean? Consolidation.
Consolidation means that it moved sideways, or it didn't so much move up or down. It more so halted, got stood up for a second, and then kept it moving. So if you look at this little area right in between here and here, right? Let me bring it out for the family. This little area right here. That's consolidation. All you have was sideways movement. This right here is a move to the upside, and then you consolidate, and then you move to the downside and consolidate, and then move to the upside. And if we break this down, because this is the daily, break it down to a 4-hour, then you'll see that slight consolidation to the upside as it rides the what we call the root chakra last. And I'm definitely going to bring that chakra game to the workshop as well. Teach people how to read these, not in the complicated way that other individuals may teach, but more in a metaphysical and holistic understanding.
Definitely. Family, let me know if you got a couple. I might take 2 questions before we get out of here, family, because I want y'all to ask some of y'all questions. I see y'all very interested in this type of conversation. So if you got a question for the brother, somebody, Khalid, wants to know, do you have any suggestions for a wallet? He says I buy on Coinbase. So any suggestions for a wallet?
Okay. This is the one thing you got to understand. Wallets, though they can hold cryptocurrency, you're not going to be able to purchase with debit and credit card versus on every wallet. The majority of wallets that you use, those public items or those public instruments, are centralized wallets, meaning that you're going to give up an email, a password, and somebody else is going to own. A wallet that you can utilize, though, even if you are using those apparatuses to get in the game, you can download for the mobile device what is known as the Trust Wallet. Let me bring it up on the screen real quick. Here we go right here. Let me leave it here. And this is a multi-asset wallet. Multi-asset meaning that it can hold more than one cryptocurrency on it and more than one blockchain on it. On the default page, you can see that they hold Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance, Litecoin, and Ripple, all on this one wallet. So this is one wallet that individuals can go to outside of Coinbase. And this one actually does allow you to buy with credit cards in it, only for some of the major cryptocurrencies, though, being Bitcoin, Ethereum, and I think Trust Wallet.
Okay. What are your K Money? K Money wants to know, what are your thoughts on the Celsius wallet?
The Celsius network is a centralized platform. I mean, the wallet may not be centralized, though the platform and the company is. So they got a network called the Celsius network where you're able to deposit funds into the wallet and gain interest off it, but they do ask for email and other personal information. So me personally, I don't use them. But there's nothing wrong with them if you're into the centralization. I'm about decentralization.
A couple of people want to know, do you see XRP going higher?
All right, let's take a look. And this is the thing. You don't ask this. Let me not say it like that. What you do is you perform what is known as technical analysis. Technical analysis allows you to see where things may or may not go. When we look at XRP and we try to figure out, what heights it could go to, it's really, you're looking at what levels can it break and what levels can it hold. So everything consists of what is it? I like to call it a break, retest, confirm, where it breaks a level, retest it, and then confirms whether it's support and resistance, right? So when we look at XRP, if I was trying to see when XRP, oh, I got something here already. Let me get rid of this though. I can remove this and come right back in and create it again. You remove all that. So just easily utilizing this tool, which we already topped out. Nice. You see how you came back down and you bounced off this purple line?
Yeah.
It's certain things like this. See how you made it to this line, but you ran from this line, went straight to this one, stopped, opened up, ran straight to the next one, stopped, came back and closed. It's these levels right here that allow you to see where certain assets could run and then where they may retrace to. So as of right now, if we look at XRP on the daily, you actually have what is known as a double tweezer top, right? Let me just take the family to school real quick. There we go, double tweezer candlestick. Let's see. Let's do double tweezer top though. And it's being able to identify these things that give you that extra edge, right? There we go. What is a tweezer top? Tweezer top is when two candles occur back to back with very similar highs. A tweezer bottom occurs when two candles back to back occur with very similar lows. The pattern is more important when there is a strong shift in momentum between the first candle and the second. And also what you look for is an engulfing candle, meaning is this going to engulf this big green candle, right? If this comes down and closes below the last close from the prior day, then I'll look for more downside. If it's able to hold above the previous close from the last day, I look for either consolidation, which means it can move in between up here, but not really see any growth, or I look for more upside. It all depends on now, are you able to break the previous close as far as on the top right here. So this is the level you'll be looking to break. Let me get rid of all this just to make it a lot clearer. You got there, you got there. So I don't look for, hey, is XRP going to $2, $3, $4, $5? I'm looking for XRP to either crack 69 cents or 59 cents, and that's it. That's all I look for, Brother Rich. In fact, if you I don't know if you've seen it, but if anybody goes to my page, because a lot of people were saying, oh, he said don't mess with Ripple. Ripple was this, Ripple was that. What I actually said was I was waiting for Ripple to give me a confirmation on the monthly high. Once I got that confirmation, I was going to enter position. And I was fully transparent with it on my page, whereas I showed the position where I got in around 30 some odd cents. And then we were trading, I think around 40 cents at the time. And I said I was looking for 45 cents to get broke in order to see the continuation, which it did. And now we're at 70 cents. So I'm 100% transparent with what I say. It's just that individuals got to understand the words that are coming out of my mouth when I'm saying them, because they may only be hearing stay away, stay away. They're not hearing the monthly confirmation, because that monthly confirmation is foreign to their brain. You get what I'm saying?
Indeed. Yeah, that's it right there, family. Last question. Let me ask the because this, I think the second time Mark asked this, Bitcoin mining, is it profitable? I used to hear crazy shit about Bitcoin mining and the energy that it requires. Talk to me about Bitcoin mining.
It once was profitable when you could hook up a computer and do it. Now the amount of computational power, the amount of cartridges that you're gonna have to buy, just one individual saying that, hey, I'm gonna buy a miner and start mining Bitcoin, in my personal opinion, it's no longer profitable. I don't know if that was this show or another one, but I showed a mining facility where they were mining over $70,000 worth of Bitcoin. This is when it was 10K. So now that it's 20K, now they're doing $140,000 a day. So remember, when you're mining, you're getting up and going up in competition against other miners, right? So you got you in this single family home going against a warehouse. You get what I'm saying, Brother Rick?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
If you ain't got the money to really back that mining to where you're going to get you a nice little mining setup, in my opinion, especially for individuals coming in on the new. Now, if you got bread, it may be profitable for you, but for the layman, not at all, in my opinion. It's not worth the investment.
Okay, all right. Well, family, we're going to wrap it up this week. I definitely hope y'all enjoyed this talk with the Bitcoin Billy, Chicago crypto hustler. Make sure you follow the brother on Instagram. As I said plenty of times, the brother's putting together a workshop December 19th. I look forward to learning about this crypto, getting a thorough knowledge. The way y'all talking in the chat room, I feel like I'm way behind, man. Y'all using all these terms that I have no idea about, but I'm learning, so I'm somewhat familiar with them because crypto's been sending me certain articles. But I really appreciate some of y'all knowledge about this and sharing it with each other. And yeah, man, we just gonna do it. The brother's gonna have an amazing workshop over 5 hours. He's gonna give you a homework assignment. It's gonna be all types of stuff. So I just shared the link. But I guess we'll be back next week. Yeah, we'll be back sometime next week. Have the brother on here again with another investment show and learn teaching the community about cryptocurrency. But other than that, what do you want to close the show out with, my brother, today?
I think I'm gonna close it out like I closed it out last time. It ain't about the dollar amount, it's only about the coin count. But don't catch FOMO, and FOMO is the fear of missing out. That's where you emotionally buy based off your emotions. So like right now, somebody's probably gonna buy XRP at the very top, not knowing if it's gonna come down or go up, just seeing everybody hype about it. That's called FOMO, fear of missing out.
Indeed. Leave your contact information, my brother.
Gotcha. You can definitely check me out on IG, which is the best way to check me out. Chicago_crypto_block_bully. I do have a YouTube channel, the Chicago Crypto Hustler, as well as a podcast on iTunes and Spotify known as the New Money Matrix. Check me out on those three platforms, and just follow me, man. It's a lot of game on the page. It's definitely the game is given away for free. What you got to learn is the terminology and language. It may look like Chinese or Spanish, so then you got to figure out that language. Then you'll be able to profit off of what I'm sharing over there. But definitely be there for the workshop, because I'm gonna be giving away a lot of the jewels that I don't share during that workshop. I got something for you. Got something for your family, bro.
Well, I appreciate it, brother. On that note, family, this is brother Rich and Chicago Crypto Hustler. We getting out of here, family. See y'all next week with that crypto.